Hey there guys, happy Monday. Hope everybody had a good weekend. I did. Had a great day yesterday. Went out to a little town called Mount Dora, which isn't too far from us. Took the dog and just had a good day. Had some brunch. Anyway, today I was going to show you guys how to do those little like lantern earrings, and then also the wrap ones that I made last week and everyone was kind of excited about. So they're very easy. I just took an old veneer that I had, and I rolled it out onto a 3. So it's thinner than I normally do, and it's better to work with a thinner. I would actually go to a 4, but it's not as easy to work with. So I just kept it at a 3. So I have that, and then I have this 1-inch square cutter that I'm going to use. So I'm going to use this for both things that I'm making. So I'm just going to cut 2. This should be a little interesting looking. Guess we're going to do green. 2 squares out here. And then we'll do the other ones after this. But it's a very easy techniques, but it's super cute. Get these up. Make sure your sides are all good. And then decide which side you want. This one's a little too pale for me, so I want this and to be on the outside, if you can see. So I'm gonna keep that down, and then I just take a paintbrush, not a toothbrush, and then in the middle, just kind of lightly place it, and then you're gonna pull 2 sides up. Make sure that they're even on both sides. And then your third side. And then as you pull that third side up, just pinch your edges in together. And then turn it over and then do that other side, your 4th side. And pinch the edges together. So once you have that, you can take the paintbrush out. And you don't want to close that center hole all the way because you do want your wire to go through there, but grab something where you can make this look a little nicer. So just get whatever tool you use to smooth things down, and then smooth out that seam. On all 4 sides. Again, make sure that you don't close off that center. Go all the way. Now, if you're going to sand, they don't need to be quite as perfect. But just make sure that they stay together. Like this one's having a hard time. Like so. So that's how it's going to look on the outside. And then I just want to take a little bit of, see, I left the hole a little bit in the middle. I'm going to take just a little bit of mica powder on my finger, and I'm going to go down these edges on the top just to give it a little bit of a finished look. Obviously you can do whatever color you want it to match, or not, either way. but just go down the sides like that. And then I'm going to take a toothpick and on the bottom, right in the center, just make a little hole. And it's just easier to do it now than it is later. That way that's already done. And you'll be able to get a wire through there and through the top. Make sure that that's open. So like that. And then just kind of, oops, make sure that these are all even, like so. And then when I bake these, I'm going to bake it on two of the edges here. So I'm going to bake it like that. You guys can see. So I'll put it over here on my tile. And we'll do this one. I want this on the outside. And you don't have to use a paintbrush, just anything that you can work and kind of mold around. I will say that a toothpick is not a great idea because it'll just poke a hole right in the bottom, which you do want eventually, but it'll just keep working its way through, and I know this from experience. So just get those edges up there like that. Smooth them out. Make sure they're all pinched together well. Get them all nice and smooth. Like so. And then I'm gonna just do the edges. You can leave the edges if you want. You don't have to do this step. Just gives it a little something, something. And then poke your hole in the bottom. Like that. There you go. And then I'm gonna, again, lay it on its side. So there's those. Now, the next one I'm going to do this is kind of pretty on the back. Some pinks in there. Is the little wrap that I did. I just have this mandrel from my lamp working. You can use, actually I use a toothpick on this. This one you can use a toothpick on. Forgot about that. I made sure that I could do that because not everybody has those mandrels. So fix up your, again I use the 1-inch. This is rolled out onto a 3. And then I just take my toothpick on the one side like this. Make sure you guys can see. And then roll it across. And then make sure it sticks. It's down on that side. And then for this one, I'm going to take a paintbrush, not a toothbrush. And I'll paint the inside with the mica powder. You want a small toothbrush, and you don't need a ton of the mica powder on there. But just get in there, like so. Paint the edge. And the inside, like that. And do both sides. You could do pastels with this also. I mean, you could literally do anything. You could do alcohol inks or anything that you paint on your... I just wanted to give it a little shine. So there you go. That's both sides. And then with these, I bake just like this, like a cannoli. Just lay it flat just like this. And then we'll do the same with this guy. Make sure you have the side that you want to show on the outside. So I'll flip that over and put that toothpick in there and just roll it up. Now I do not resin either of these two things, but you could certainly put some kind of glaze over it, spray it with something or paint it on. Make sure that you're tight on there, and then just pull. The toothpick will come out really easily on these. And then powder it up. Like so. So there you go. A little cannoli. It's still a little, I'm not going to worry about it. There you go. And that's it. And I will lay it just like that. So I baked these 275 for 45 minutes. And they come out great. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will be back to show you. Okay, I am back. So the little lantern things, I knew that was going to happen. Turned out like this. Sorry about my fingers, guys. Just started working on something else and got alcohol ink all over me. So this is how these look. I'm not excited about them because I could have done a better outside, but I just wanted to show you guys how it works. And then these. And since they're baked, they will not come apart. They are stuck to themselves, so you don't need to add any liquid clay or anything like that. So I'll just really quickly show you how I bead these up. This is 20 gauge silver wire. This is not tarnish. It's my favorite. So yeah, so cut about, I don't know, 3-4 inches off of this. And I've shown how to do this before, how you make your own little head pins. So just take the last little 3/4 of an inch here, and I'm going to bend that over, and I'm going to put my glasses on since I don't have my magnifying light. And then we're going to pinch that shut just at the tip there, and then hold that tip, bend the small part down, and then wrap this around. Make your own little head pins, and then just squeeze that little part off. Squeeze it in there, and then I like to squish that part down too, so that's what you end up with, a little head pin. So we're going to feed that through the bottom of the hole that we made, so it's like so. And then I decided to use this really big bead here. Like this. So these are going to be big. And then I fold the top over like this. Put my needle nose pliers in there. Bend that around that. And then I switch the sides to just wrap it around 2 or 3 times. I'm going to get 2 out of this, I think. And then snip off the extra. Sorry if I'm going fast, guys, but I have shown this a couple times, and it's very hard for me without my light, my magnifier. And then once you snip it off, you'll have that little tail there, so just stick your pliers in there. This is the part that's hard for me. to see. And then just kind of bend that around until you get it all the way tucked in there, which I think it is. So that's that. The bead's too big, and I'm not thrilled with the color of the little dumpling that I made, but that's how that looks. With these, you're going to drill a hole at the top and the bottom, and as I've been showing, put your drill on there first, and then turn it on. Oops. Well, that went out pretty good. And then do the bottom one. And then just kind of work it back and forth so the whole is nice and smooth in there. And then the top one, you can put a jump ring and or whatever you'd like. I just do my little head pin trick, my ball head pin trick. So just take a ball head pin, and you want to, at the ball end, just curve it over a little bit. And we'll do the wider part. Stick it in through the front, and then you're going to grab that and twist it around the top, like so. And then grab your handy dandy paintbrush. You're going to hold this part at the bottom and just bend this around your paintbrush. And then put a little bend at the bottom, like so. A little more than that. A little bend, like that. But that's it. That's how I do mine. And then whatever you want to dangle on the bottom, I was just going to do a little bead, the same way I did the last one. So just 3/4 of an inch or so on the bottom. Crimp that shut, hold that, and then wrap this around until you can't anymore, and then pinch that little tail in there, and then smush it down like that. That's it. So I'll feed this on here. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to bend this over and wrap that around. Hold that on there and then wrap this about 2 times. I'll do 3 on that one. Had a little extra space. But make sure you have enough of a tail that you can hold on to. This craft wire is not that expensive. So just, you know, keep enough of a tail that you can wrap it around. You're not like just trying to use your pliers to kind of get it around, because that'll make it much easier and nicer. And then bend it around so that tail is tucked, and that's all that is. So let me grab a jump ring. And then you're just going to put this on the bottom. Or whatever you want. If you don't want that, then yeah, then don't do it. But there you go. So that's how that looks. Ba-bum. So there you go. Those are those two. And have fun with those. Make the outside nicer than I did, and I apologize for that, but like I said, I was just trying to show how to do it. Wasn't really interested in the outside how it looked, although I probably should have been. So the giveaway for this week is I bought a set of cutters that came with some sculpting tools, and it looks like there's some little French ear hooks in here also, but these are cutters. A whole nice set. So this is the giveaway. So all you need to do to get this is comment on this video, and you will be entered into the drawing. So make sure you do that. Comment on this video, whether it's good or bad, doesn't matter. Either way, you'll get entered in to get this on Wednesday. If you haven't already joined Happy Place Studio Facebook group, I will put a link to that, and I'll put a link to some of the stuff I used here. And that's it. You guys will see me on Wednesday. I hope you have a great couple of days. Bye.